Hi, Ray. I'm going to take a few minutes now and show you how to add reviews to the programs pages. The same concept will apply to the locations pages, so I'll just show you on one area of the site, as well as I'm going to show you how to add individual reviews to the template that I created. Now, this is going to work a little bit differently than the global widgets do, and that's because we're creating a template instead of a widget. But it's the same concept. You're going to change them once in one location, and it's going to change the reviews on all pages when you add new reviews to one section. So, to start with, what I'm going to do is go to templates and hover over save templates, click that area, and you're going to see that the very first template is reviews, global widget. And I labeled it this way so it wouldn't be confusing. So if you notice, this one is blue, and all of the ones that are actually like a blackish, grayish color are global widgets. So we're creating a global template. So what we need to do here is, if I edit this page, click Edit with Elementor to add a new review to this page. So I'm editing it like I normally would any page. I'm clicking Edit with Elementor, and bear with me while this opens. Okay, so the reviews template has opened up. And if I want to add a new review to this area, I can simply right click, hover over the reviews area itself, click Edit Reviews. Okay, so number over here on the left hand side, you'll see slides. Each one of these elements is a different review. So if I was going to add another one, I could just take item number 7 and I could click this duplicate icon here beside the X, this 2-page icon, or I can add a new element. And to add a new element, you need to erase things like the image, etc. So it's easier to just go ahead and duplicate the last one, which would be 7. And now you'll notice I have 8. So I could go into 8 here, and I'm going to add the first name, or the first name and the initial. Then you're going to see a BR tag. That's important. You don't erase this BR because that's the line break. And beside the BR is the corporation. So BASF Corporation is this review. When I scroll down under the review a little ways, you're going to see the review itself here. So if I wish to replace that, I can simply highlight it, delete it, and add my new review there. So because I added a new review, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to put test so you can see in real time, and I'll even change the name to new name. And I'm sorry. So there it is. And you can see the new review displayed here on the left-hand side. And obviously, when we update these changes, they're going to apply, that's going to apply to all pages that the review template is located on. But for now, I'm going to delete this one I just created because I don't want it to mess nothing up on the front end of the website. So I'm going to delete that one. And I'm going to update my changes. So that's how you actually add the individual reviews. So let me back out of this area of the website and let's go to the programs pages. Okay, so I'm going to go to programs, and this will work the same for locations. So I'm going to go to programs, and I've already added one for collegiate when I was testing. So I'm going to go to the second one, which is In It to Win It, Record Breakers. So I'm going to quickly edit with Elementor, and I should make note that this is where things are going to get a little different at. So I'll try to explain the best I can, but we will not be using the global widgets like you're familiar with. We're going to be using a template instead. So please bear with me while this opens up. And again, I'm sorry for the delay. It's storming quite bad outside. Okay, so now that I got to wait on the left-hand side to load. So now that this area has loaded, I'm sorry, I'm going to scroll down to the section where I wish to add the reviews. So we discussed that, Ray, and you mentioned underneath of this need to customize event area. So this is where we discussed adding it at in the previous pages. So what I'm going to do is scroll down to that area, and I'm going to simply add a new section. So this little plus icon, I'm just going to click it, and I'm going to click the first element on the left, not the double rows or the thirds, the one section on the left. So now the editor changed on the left. So you need to go up to content width, change from box to full width, and underneath that, columns gap, change from default to no gap. Okay, now go up to the little icon on the top right of the editor, the 9 little boxes, click that. Under search for widgets, type in template. Okay, now we've got the template option here. We're just simply going to drag it over. And notice in the editor, it's telling me to select the template basically. So I'm going to click that little arrow and type in reviews. And it should pick it up automatically. There it is, reviews global widget template. So I'm going to click that element. And in a second, it's going to appear on the page. So I'm going to update that. And now when I visit the page, the reviews element is there. Okay, so let's scroll down to that element. So there's the reviews element. Okay, so now let's do one more thing. Let's go back to where we were at, to the templates, save templates, and we're going to add one more test review so I can show you how it changes on the front end. So I'm going to reviews global widget to add a new review. Click edit with Elementor. And like always, you have to bear with me 1 second while this loads. Okay, so it's loading now. It should load any second on the left. So now I'm going to highlight or hover over the reviews area, right click, and click edit the reviews. Again, I'm going to copy item 7, which is the last review. Okay, and I'm going to click on number 8, the element. I'm going to put the new name here. I'm going to be careful not to erase this BR tag. And I'm going to put new corporation here. So the review, new review, and excuse me, new review. So I want to update that now. I want to go to the page we just added the review to, which is here. I'm going to reload the page. And you'll see that if I scroll through here, the review should be there. The new review is there. It's last in line. Okay, so if I go back to that element we were just working on, item number 8, delete that, update my changes, go back to the page we just loaded it on, which is this page, reload again, and forgive me for my delay here, but that's just because of the weather. And as you can see now, the review is gone. So we will change these on all locations at one time. So I'm going to close that area out. I'm going to close this area out as well. And I'm going to go back to the dashboard. And I'm going to add it to one more programs page just so we're all working on the same page. So I'm going to go to programs. I'm going to go to virtual murder mystery, edit with Elementor. And again, I'm sorry, the video is going to be quite long because of the delay. We're almost loaded on the left here, I see. There we go. So we're going to scroll down to where we're going to add the reviews template, which this template I'm going to add here. because there is, now I'm going to show you one thing really quick. If I'm going to click this plus icon, and on the left, I'm going to add a template. But if you ever need to, let's say I wanted to add this section above the pink section, I can simply hover over the section, go to the little plus icon again, click that, and it would allow me to add that section here if I would like to. But I don't need to do that for this case. I need to add it here. So back to the section we just added. We need to, like the last one, change the content width to full width and the columns gap to no gap. We need to go back to the icon on the top right hand side of the editor, type in template, drag it over, type in reviews so we can search the templates, click the global widget, let it load, and the page is ready. So I'm going to update my changes. Check it out on the front end, make sure everything worked as expected, and it's there. Okay, so that's exactly how you add new reviews and add reviews to the pages. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a call at any time.